Hey y'all, hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Good morning, Brandy. How are you? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Wow, the weekend is over and we are officially in September. This is some fucked up shit. I mean, we were officially in September, my last live, but I'm really still letting it sink in that we are really in September. And the kids are about to go back to school, y'all. That means traffic is going to be crazy again. That means that it's going to get dark early again because next minute you know we'll be falling back in the time, right? Summer is over, just about, right? But we're still here. So that's a good thing. All right. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so this morning, I know I've been jumping on late, but this morning, I guess I had a nice long weekend. I relaxed. I didn't do much of shit. And so I got up this morning. I felt inspired. I did my workout. And then I jumped on. Good morning, Shirley. I jumped on to do Coffee with Friends around my normal time. Sometimes we need to recover. And so this morning I woke up. I felt refreshed. And I said, you know what? Let me just hop on my bike early. All right. And do my yoga early. One of the things about me is that I have gotten into the habit of doing yoga after my workout, mainly because of my aches and pains, right? A lot of people, they have back pain or neck pain or leg pain or whatever kind of pain that they have. Okay, Brandilla, whatever pain that they have, good luck. Whatever pain that they have, and they don't do anything because they feel like if they do something, they're going to hurt themselves. But I find that stretching and elongating the body helps with the aches and pains. I'm just telling you based on my own experience. I got a bad back, I got a bad neck, I got bad knees, but I still ride my bike and I still do my stretches because doing nothing just causes more stiffness, more aches and pains. And so, get up and try to stretch a little bit. They got chair stretches, they got bed stretches. If you don't want to get on the floor, they got all kind of stretches. Now, don't say I never told y'all nothing, okay? This is for, especially with me getting older. Listen, I need to maintain my flexibility and keep these aches and pains down. I'm just saying. I'm trying to look like Cheryl Lee, as I age. The fuck? Because Cheryl Lee, you got it going on. You look like you do stretches and shit early in the morning. I'm just saying. Come on in, y'all. I'm going to read the positive thought. I'm still bugging out the fact that we're in September. And September is the month of trust. This month's messages is always heavy for me because I struggle with trust, right? First, trusting myself to make sure that I don't make the same mistakes that I've made in the past, right? Because, intrinsically, it is in me to be a giver, to be an empath. And so sometimes I pour into people so much that I don't even realize when my cup is empty until it's empty. And then I get my feelings hurt when my cup is empty and there's no one around to put drops in it, right? Because when we do stuff for people, we should do it without looking for something in return. But sometimes, baby, I do so much that my shit be empty and I be like, what happened? Right? And then I got to deal with my own internal emotions. So I'm just saying, I'm still working on myself and trusting myself. So this month's messages is heavy and it's a reminder to myself that I got this. All right. And so hopefully these messages penetrate with you just as much as they penetrate with me. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend before we get into the positive read? Brandy, actually, right? Go get that bag, Brandy. I'm telling you. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Brandy, I saw you were out and about in the public streets, outdoors, hanging out. Shirley, what did you do this weekend? I saw you post up some videos with you at a function. You said on your way to the bag. I know that's right. Brandy, what are you going to be doing at the casino? What are you going to be doing at the casino? I'm so interested in that. And do you have to dress up every day when you go to the casino? Like, do you have to dress up, wear a certain thing? Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Collective Minds was everything. Collective Minds. That was a movie? Brenda, you know I love your movie recommendations. That was a movie? I didn't do shit either, Debbie. I took AG out to eat on Friday as his belated birthday gift. But other than that, I didn't do shit because you know what? Every time I thought about doing shit, I said to myself, no, Roy, you always feel like you need to do shit. Good morning, I am Jacinta. You always feel like you need to do shit. You always feel like you need to be up, moving around and something. So this weekend I said, learn to sit down. I mean, it's, you know, learn to sit down and relax without worrying about steaming your floors or redecorating or moving shit around or doing something major. You know what I'm saying? And so my house is clean. So I didn't have to do any major cleaning. I do shit like bleach my tub a couple of times a week. I run through bleach. AG looks at me and like, you gotta go get more bleach. I'm like, yes. I run through bleach. I put bleach in my dish detergent. I soak my tub in bleach a couple of times a week. I change the sheets on my bed at least once or twice during the week, right? Like every 3 to 4 days, I change my sheets on my bed. And so I do shit all week long. So when the long weekend came in, I said, I don't have to do shit. Like I would literally be sitting on my couch thinking of shit to do. Oh, maybe I should just get up and paint my bathroom. Or maybe I should get up and do this. And I was like, no, fuck that. Sit down. How about just sit down? And so that's what I did. My godson surprised me with tickets to see Casey and the Sunshine Band. Got to wear my blue dress. I saw that. Cheryl, I was going to ask. I'm so glad you brought that up. Because when you were doing the video, I said that looked like that blue dress. But I wasn't sure. Baby, I need a full picture of it though, Cheryl. Did you take a full picture of the dress? Because I couldn't really get the full picture of the dress unless I missed that particular video. Jacinta, you didn't do anything either. I'm always doing something. And I told myself the same, right? Like my head is always trying to get me to do something. And then I said to myself one or two things. Okay, Roy, you're going to get up, start painting the bathroom and doing all this stuff. And then Tuesday is going to come and you're going to say, oh my God, I'm tired. I was like, hell to the fuck no. I did strip my bed. I did bleach my tub, but those are regular activities for me. Other than that, I didn't do anything crazy. I might cook today. I might. I'm the one who gives you your chips and cashes, the ones you win. Yes, for the cashier. Yes, for the cashier. Get it, Brandy. Yes, for the fucking cashier. I love it. I love it. Right, Debbie? Cheryl be living her best damn life. I'm telling you. You know who else be out there living their best damn life? Valerie. Every damn weekend, Valerie posting up. She has some event. She's somewhere. I can't wait to get my happy ass to Buffalo. I'm telling you, good thing Buffalo is a cheap ass trip. I looked up the tickets and I think the air flight ticket was $200. It's the same as the train though. The train is 12 hours. And I was like, no, Valerie was like, just fly. And I was like, that's true. They're about the same price. And if I fly, it's 45 an hour and a half, the most the flight is. I say 45 minutes, but it feels that quick. So that the flight is like an hour and some change or whatever the case may be. So I'm just going to fly out there. You know, I love a good cheap airline ticket when I got a place to stay where I'm going. You know what I mean? I don't have to pay a resort. I don't have to do none of that stuff. I like it. And so I'm going to go hang with Valerie the first weekend in October. All right. Hang out in Buffalo, jump around, do a little bit things. I think she said we're going to go to a comedy show. We might drive out to Toronto to the casino, something like that. Something light. Okay. Because I didn't do anything all summer. So it's going to be something light. All right. And then we roll right into November. Now, yesterday I shared the list of people that's going to be in the house. And I've been putting chats in the IG chat group about the Friendsgiving house. And so the only way I'm going to know who's actually showing up to the house is once you guys send me your flight information. Once I have your flight information, I will plug that into the spreadsheet. And this way I'll have everybody's flight information. That's how I know who's actually coming. All right. I'm going to book my flight in the next 2-3 weeks for Houston. And um, Damaris will probably book on the same flight, I believe. And possibly, I'm not sure about Nakia because I don't know what day she's going to fly in. But I know for sure Damaris is going to fly in a couple of days early because her mom-in-law is there. All right. So that's just a reminder that I'm starting to ramp up and put together the Friendsgiving trip. I have to work on the itinerary, the activities, etc., etc. Okay, in a quick reminder, and I'm going to be reminding you guys very often because I don't want you guys to get to the house and be like, dee lee 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 lee, and start complaining because I'm not going to hear it. All right, I am good at ignoring shit. I'm good at laughing at shit, and I'm good at picking up my glass of liqueur and sipping it. Okay. One reminder. First reminder is rooms are shared. This is a shared house. If any of y'all are balling big time and want to get a mansion where everybody got their own room, next trip on y'all. But this house accommodates 20 people, but there ain't no damn way we got 20 bedrooms. Okay. So there is shared space. There are about 3 people who get their own room due to certain special circumstances, and those people paid more. Okay, so that's a reminder. Okay, number two. Okay, number two. Make sure when you come into the house, you bring a bottle or two of your liquor. Okay. Don't want to hear it. Okay. Bring a bottle or two of your liquor. I know a lot of people are flying in. So if you get there and you weren't able to get your liquor, just come with your money so that when somebody does a liquor store run, they can go. You could go with them and you could get your 2 bottles of liquor to contribute to the house, right? I'm asking everybody to bring 2 bottles of liquor to the house or contribute to 2 bottles of liquor for the house because there's going to be a lot of drinking. Okay. Period. Okay. Final reminder is that those checking in on Thursday with me is automatically the planning and administration committee. Those will be the folks that if there's any issues in the house, if you got any grievances or any gripes, you go to those people. All right. You'll know who they are based on what we tell you when you get there. So far as me, Debbie, Cheryl, Valerie, Fancy, and possibly Nakia on Thursday. So whoever is checking in on Thursday is automatically the planning and administration team. So any problems with the house, any hiccups, these are the people that you will talk to. Okay. I might do something interesting. Maybe I'll get them special hats and some shit. So when they walk around the house, you know who the fuck to go to if you got a problem in the house. Period. Okay. Anything else? Am I missing anything? All right. Am I missing anything? No? Anybody think of Debbie? Can you think of anything that I'm missing as a reminder for the house? Anything that we experienced last Friendsgiving that we don't want to experience this Friendsgiving? Debbie, you are on the planning and administration team. Grievances. So y'all already know if you go to this administrator, Debbie, she gonna be like, Let me tell y'all something. It's so crazy about the people who's on the planning and administration team, right? Because all of them are mean. They are fancy. Well, Debbie is not mean, but Debbie will check out. Debbie will be like, she'll give you that look like, and don't come over here no more, right? She'll be nice about it, but she'll get to the point. Fancy will be like, get the fuck out my face with that. I don't fucking want to hear it. And see, this is why I love them. This is why they're the grievance team, because most of the time when y'all go to these people, Cheryl will probably be the nicest one. Cheryl will be the one that'll be like, what happened? Why? I wonder why that happened. And she'll try to help you out. She about the only one, I think, that'll try to help you out. Valerie is probably the next nicest. She'll try to help you out too. The rest of the folks, including myself, is going to be like, what the fuck? I'm drinking. Now, I'm going to be honest. Last year, we didn't have any issues in the house. Not one issue. We came in the house. We laid we laid our shit down. We slept where the fuck we found a place to sleep. And the whole weekend was fabulous. Nobody complained about their sleeping spots. Nobody complained about nothing. Right? And I think we had about 8 or 9 people in the house last year. So this is going to be interesting with 15 motherfuckers in the house. We're going to see if we could get by like we got by last year. Even when we checked out of the house, everybody got up in the morning, they cleaned the house, packed their shit, and we were the fuck out of there. And it was smooth sailing from there. Okay? We didn't have not one fucking complaint, not one. So do not disappoint me, y'all, with the addition of 8 more motherfuckers or so. Do not disappoint me and have complaints this year. All right? We here, like Debbie said, for a good time, not a long time. Okay? We had a ball. Okay? And I did have my own room. And Debbie and Fancy and them got the house, right? And they gave me my own room, but it didn't matter to me because I told Peanut she could come and lay in there. I was more than willing to share my bed space and room space with someone else. I'm not like that, okay? As long as your twat don't smell and your feet don't smell, no odors. I'm not sharing any space with anybody with odors, okay? Other than that, I'm cool. Yes, we're going to have a cooking schedule and everything. That's what the planning and administration team is for. And so, Debbie, don't fret. Okay, we're going to have a meeting and we're going to come. That's why I get there a couple of days early, right? Because we're going to map out the cooking schedule, right? Because we don't have Nut Nut. Nut Nut was our chef last year. Okay, so she did a lot of the cooking. Cheryl got up and made the coffee. Cheryl actually helped cook. I think I helped cook a little bit, but this year is going to be different. We don't have Nut Nut. So Nut Nut is not going to be there to make the Thanksgiving dinner like she was last year, to make a lot of the breakfast like she was last year. So we're going to have to take turns in the house doing that. So yes, we have a cooking schedule. Who's going to make breakfast? I think we need a group effort for Thanksgiving meal. We have to come up with a menu. God knows. Debbie, who gonna make Fancy's ground beef and rice? Because put her shit to the fucking side. Make her enough ground beef and rice to last her the whole weekend, please. Okay? Because if she want to eat that on Thanksgiving, she can surely have that. But we got to come up with a Thanksgiving. We got to come up with a Thanksgiving meal. All right? So whatever you guys know how to cook, raise your hand and participate with what we will be cooking. Okay? Because, of course, we're going to have to go grocery shopping. Let's not forget that. Yeah, we need a cooking plan. Definitely, Cheryl. So I know how to scramble up. I know, Jesus Christ, Fancy. Make the ground beef and rice for her, Debbie, please. We're going to have to get ground beef and some rice. Just make it for her and sit it to the side for a couple of days because you know that's all she the fuck eat. All right? And then we'll get some breakfast foods and shit like that. Easy, some easy shit. We can get up in the morning and make pancakes and shit like that. We will get through. Think about it. Friday night, we're probably going to have lunch, right? Because people are going to be arriving on Friday. So maybe we'll do lunch, like some sandwiches, salads, stuff like that. Maybe some fried chicken, something like that, depending on what we could do. And then that should hold us over Friday night with that type of food or whatever the case may be. Then Saturday, we do our Thanksgiving meal. Okay. And so we have to figure out what we're going to do. Get up in the morning, make breakfast, and then get right into Thanksgiving cooking. Okay, Debbie. I can help with the dinner, right? We could come out with a dinner. Okay. I don't know. We could do something. I don't know. We don't have to do no turkey. Now, come on the fuck on. Okay. We could do Cornish hens. We could do a roasted chicken. We could do some whatever. I know Chalk said they were going to bring some smoked meat or something. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we shall see. But enough of that. Enough of that administration talk. And I'll talk about our upcoming trip. But I just want to make sure, because I did promise that I was going to ramp up and be talking about this very often. We are in September. And so here the fuck we go. Okay. All right. So today is September 3rd. We are in the month of trust. Now, Brandy is on her way to get her bag at the casino. But she contributed a topic here, a topic that we've touched upon a couple of times, but it's interesting because I'm going to read a little bit of the article that Brandy sent me. And then you guys, women and men, can chime in and let me know how you feel about it. All right. September 3rd. I experience and express the power of trust because I always begin within. Remember earlier how I said this month is a good message for me because trust is one of those things that I struggle with. First, trusting myself to not repeat the same bad things or bad experiences that I had in the past, making the same bad choices. That's why this message is important, because it says, I always begin within. You see? Got to start within. Trust is never out there. The sole essence that we call trust resides within you. Trust is a decision. It is a reflection of what you have decided to believe. Trust is not about being comfortable. It is about being willing to move beyond your comfort zone when there is absolutely no evidence that you will be supported. Ooh, let me read that again. Trust is not being comfortable. It is about being willing to move beyond your comfort zone when there is absolutely no evidence that you will be supported. Wow. Trust is not about looking for evidence that you are doing things right every step of the way as you move towards the end result. Trust is about keeping the end results in mind, no matter what steps you have to take to get there. Or how bad you feel while you are stepping. Baby, that sentence is heavy. It says trust is not about looking for evidence that you are doing things right every step of the way as you move towards the end result. Trust is about keeping the end result in mind, no matter what steps you have to take to get there or how bad you feel while stepping. Let me pause right here. How many of you have done something or started something, whether it was a business, going back to school, I don't know, whatever it is you had plans in doing, and you were afraid to do it. You wasn't sure if you were going to be successful in doing it. And as you were progressing in that direction, things was not going your way and you gave up. You gave up. You said, oh, it's not going my way. I give up. Right? This says even when it gets hard, okay, even when you feel bad while doing it, keep going. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust is not about the work you have to do in life being easy or having other people support you in getting through the work. It is about your ability to do the hard work without losing sight of why you are doing it. How many times have you given up on your hopes and your dreams because they were not going your way? This says it is about your ability to do the hard work while losing sight of why you are doing it. When other people try to convince you that you should be doing something else, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How many times has somebody tried to talk you out of your dreams and said, no, you shouldn't do this. You should do something else. That sounds crazy. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Oh my God. Trust is not about getting something back for the work you do as a sign that you are doing the right thing. It is your ability to keep doing the work, even when it looks like there's nothing coming back. It's so crazy because I remember, people that tried to be smart about my show in the beginning, they were like, oh, but your show don't even make you no money. And I was like, I'm not in it for the money. That's not why I started this, right? See, people automatically assume when you're doing something that you're doing it for some of the same similar reasons that they might do something, right? I didn't start this to make money, right? And the money that I made off of this by selling t-shirts and stuff just keeps my platform going. I don't make a substantial amount of money. And so many people tried to talk me out of doing what I'm doing because of so many reasons. Oh, your business is out there. Oh, and this and that. None and nah. And I was like, I'm doing it because I trust myself. I trust the process. I want to do this. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm here. Right? Even when it looks like nothing is coming back. Good morning, Reginaldo. Think of it this way. Trust is based on your ability to stand your ground and rely on your own abilities, knowing that no matter what happens, you will be better off than you were at the beginning. Y'all ain't hearing this message today. Trust is based on your ability to stand your ground and rely on your own abilities. How many people have talked you out of doing something that you really wanted to do? Stand on your own abilities, knowing that no matter what happens, you will be better off than you were in the beginning. Anything less than this is not trust. It is magical thinking that will take you on a carpet ride to nowhere. I'm having a hot flash, y'all can see. Until today, you may not have been clear about what it means to trust or how you develop trust. Just for today, examine your beliefs about your ability to trust yourself and the process of life. Also, explore why you trust some things and people more than others. Remember that self-trust is the foundation of your ability to trust. Self-trust is the foundation of your ability to trust. So if you are one of those people that just don't trust anybody or anything, you need to do some self-work because self-trust is missing. Today, I am devoted to understanding and embracing the true value and meaning of trust. Are you? Are you? So when you talk to people and when you meet people and they be like, I don't trust nobody, I don't trust shit. Red flag. They need to work on themselves. Right? What do y'all think about today's message? Let me go up here. Debbie said, I've done that with a few business ventures, but I will be relentless with this app success, not giving up this time. And don't. Cheryl Lee said, Yelp, because sometimes it may feel like you are going back and forth, but without realizing you are there. Great point, Cheryl. Great point. That's a good one. People are always quick to tell you you can't do something. Right, Brandilla? I swear. Motherfuckers like that make my ass itch. Okay? Good morning, Hillbilly. Trust is hard. That's why we got to start with self-trust. All right? Brandilla, I'm telling you, people will be quick to say, you can't do this and you can't do that. Who the fuck can? Who the fuck can? And if I fail, at least I tried. The fuck? Who the fuck can? I do a lot of shit. And when I look back on my life, I go, how the fuck did I pull all of this shit off? I'd be amazed. I'd be amazed. And you know, each time I put myself out there, even if what I did was not successful, I feel accomplished because I reflect on it and I go, you know what, Roar? You still went out there. You still went for it. Even though it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen or thought you needed it to happen, you still went for it. That to me gives me a pat on the back and inspiration to keep going. I don't know how I pull half the shit off that I pull off. I don't. Right? I just know that there are things that I want out of life. There are things that I want to do. Okay. And I manifest them things. I put them in the air and I figure this shit out. And I don't let nobody tell me what I can and can't do. But I still have trust issues though of other people. And that's because of my own experiences and I'm still working on myself. The fuck, right? I'm still having trust issues, trusting other people. I trust myself, I think. The fuck? Cheryl said, in my opinion, trust until you have a reason not to. That's a good one. Brandilla said, a lot of people operate from a place of fear or a lack of confidence. I feel my elders often told me what not to do more than to go out and try things. I was definitely encouraged to play it safe. Me too, Brandilla. I told y'all I wanted to be the first firewoman in Mount Vernon. And see, I know in my heart and in my soul that I'm not going to say probably, no. I know in my heart and my soul, I would have been a firewoman, okay, in Mount Vernon, New York, if I went for it at the time. But my grandmother looked at me and said, why do you want to be a firewoman? I was like, because there is not one woman on the or in the fire department here in Mount Vernon. And I want to be the first woman in the fire department here in Mount Vernon, New York. She was like, no, you're too little. I was like, huh? She was like, you too little. What the fuck? Who the fuck you gonna lift up? I was like, oh, so that was out. And I was 19 at the time, but being that she was helping me raise my son, I was very obedient to my grandmother. So she was like, hell no. Then I said, okay, I want to be a correction officer because I've been going to these jails I feel like all my fucking life visiting my brother, because by this time my son was young and he ain't been to the Who Scout yet because he only little. Okay. I was like, I may as well be a correction officer. She was like, no, you can't do that. You too little. And I was like, well, damn. And then I ended up in corporate America. But I promise you, okay, I would have been a damn good firewoman, I think. The fuck? Now, I'm glad I didn't become a correction officer. Baby, I'm fucking glad for that. But I think I'd have been a great firewoman. I'm just saying. Cheryl Lee said, you learned something even if you didn't achieve what you wanted. So true. Brandilla said, I know they were looking out for me, but they were limited in their thinking. Yeah, that's why we have to, when we think of our parents and our grandparents and shit like that, instead of being angry, we have to think of how they were raised and the restrictions and the fear that was embedded in them. And that just transfers down. That's that generational stuff, right? And at some point, one generation has to decide, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do something different. Okay. And that's what ultimately what happens, in my opinion. When people ask you why that way, it's a judgment. Right? Right, Brandy? That's a hell of a message today. But listen, Brandilla, you guys always send me stuff in my inbox and stuff. And I try to keep up with all the videos and stuff that I get sent on the inbox. But Brandilla sent me this article. And it made me fall out laughing because we have... And I woke up early this morning. Well, I'm always up early. And Fancy and Debbie know I'm up early because they know I will text their ass 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to text them. I text them this article this morning, I don't know, about 7:30 or so. And I was like, look at this shit. And the reason why I sent it to them is because they believe in this life that I'm about to read to y'all. And we've touched upon it on the show a couple of times. And Brandilla sent this to me. Brandilla, first I want to ask you, what made you send me this article, right? What's intriguing about this article for you? Think about that, marinate on that. And if you're not already at the casino about to hop into your orientation, just give us a little feedback to why this article, intrigued you. Okay. And so for the rest of everybody, I'm going to go ahead and read what the title of the article is. It says, viral TikTok asked women if living with men was worth it. Married women said absolutely not. All right. So TikTok threw out a question, okay, to the women. If living with a man was worth it, is living with a man worth it? This is what the question is on TikTok. Now, good morning, Ghost. Is living with a man worth it? Now, this is an article that Brandy sent me you sent it to me a couple of days ago, Brandy. And I'm just getting around to talking about it. And it says, again, TikTok asked women if living with men was worth it. The response from the married women was this. Married women said absolutely not. This is a response from the married women. They say it is absolutely not worth living with a man. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Let that marinate. Recently, a woman on TikTok asked other women whether living with men would be something she could look forward to in her life. Amidst over 8,000 comments, all the top and most endorsed comments overwhelmingly said, absolutely not. But the most surprising part of this, many of the commentators saying no were none other than currently married women themselves. See below. This is the married women responded. These are some of the comments directly from the married women's mouth. Happily married here, and I say this without weirdness, but if he dies first and he knows this, I will not do it again. That's from a married woman. Another one is absolutely not. No partnership can be lovely, but I would strongly recommend keeping your own personal space and keeping your finances separate. Another woman said, I love my husband with my whole heart, but he will be the last man in my life. What the fuck is going on? What's happening, y'all? Another married woman said, no, don't do it. Stay single and childless. Enjoy your life and your financial freedom. What the? Right, Hillbilly said, ask 1 year after they separated. That's a good point. Another married woman said, not worth it. I love my husband, but I wish we could afford separate residences. Oh, yeah. I heard about that, Ghost. That's been going on for a little bit. Another married woman said, at the beginning of my relationship, I would have said, yes, it's the best. Now, 10 years in, I say, keep everything separate. Do not live with a man, no matter how in love you think you are. 2 more comments. Getting married was single worst decision of my lifetime by a landslide. Totally obliterated my life beyond repair. These are married women speaking. Last woman said, no, a great handyman that comes and fixes things and you give him money and he leaves is top tier. What are y'all feeling about this? I mean, this article is literally, y'all can't see it because the glare, but it's a long ass article and it talks about many women are much happier single than in a toxic or incompatible relationship. What in the holy fuck is happening out in this world? Now, I be on the fence. I be on the fence, right? Because I like living by myself, but I like living with my man too. Ghost said, I feel like they all deserve to be alone until the end. Because Ghost, you feel like people should cohabitate. Cheryl Lee says, sounds like women who settled knowingly or unknowingly. Good morning, Zenny. We miss you. Ghost said they want to live separate until they need him to come do something in the house for them. We need women and women need men, and it's only the women that say crap like that. It's just sad. You think it's only women that say this? Or you think men just don't out loud say it, right? For the men that's on here, right? Any of y'all feel the same way these married women feel about living separate from your partner? Because, you know, these married women, now it was over 8,000 or some responses to this post, and a majority of them said it is not worth living in the house with your man. And they will never do it again. Why do you think so many women are responding this way? Why do you think so many women are responding this way? Cheryl Lee and Debbie are saying, you know, maybe they married the wrong person. Is that always the case? Is that the only reason that would drive somebody to want to live separate is because you chose the wrong person? What do y'all think about this article? I mean, think about it, Debbie. You want to live in separate residences from your partner, right? Are people to assume you do that because you picked the wrong person? Ghost said, nah, it's just women. So Ghost doesn't agree with it. Any other men on here agree that couples should live separate. Separate your finances, live separate residences, everything. It's a big ass article. And I'm surprised over the amount of women that responded to that. Deb said, nah, Ghost, I hear men say it too these days, but I hear it from men that don't have any plans being married. Well, think about it, Deb. See, this is the confusing part for me. Why be married and live separate? Right? So if these guys want to live separate and don't have plans to be married, then to me that makes sense. Right? But some of these women are saying, even married, they want separate residences. Because the domestic, when you read more into the article, and I could post the article in Discord, it gets into the women get caught up in all the domestic responsibilities of the house, as well as working, as well as contributing to the bills, and as well as doing all this stuff. And the woman just seems to get burned out. So some people are saying in the article that, you know, having separate houses and separating the finances and shit like that would mean that he's responsible for his own domestic duties and she's responsible for her, so that there's no burnout just on the woman. Now, I'm not saying every household is like that, because we got plenty of men out here that are domestic, that cook, that clean, that do all kind of shit. Ghost said, laugh out loud, then they don't count, Deb, because they don't want a relationship / marriage. But isn't that a relationship? You're in a relationship. You're just not living in the same dwelling. Ghost said, how is a man to be a man to provide, protect, and be a leader from an entirely different household? Great question. Anybody want to answer this? It's a great question. I believe he can be head of household from a different household, right? Think about it. Men that are in the military, I know that this is not a really apple to apple comparison, right? But just let's use it for a minute. Men that are in the military that are gone for years and the woman is holding down the house by herself. He's still sending the money home. He's still, providing or whatever, but he's not physically there. Isn't that similar? The fuck? It doesn't, I feel like he could still provide and protect from a different household, in my opinion. But you guys tell me. I don't know. That's a great question. Hillbilly said he can't. So Hillbilly's answer to Ghost's question is he can't. Now this is coming from a man, so I'm not gonna argue with y'all because I'm not a man. I'm a whole woman. I'm not gonna argue with the men on how they feel because I'm not gonna invalidate your feelings, right? So you feel like a man can't be a man from a separate household. Why can't he, Hillbilly? Why can't he? Deb said, well, I haven't picked yet, but these women regret it, which makes me think they didn't choose the right spouse. But I don't know if I read whether they chose the right spouse or not. Maybe it's just too tiresome for them. See, I know what it's like to live with a man, right? And you do wind up taking in all the domestic responsibilities. Like we are both fucking working. We're both bringing in the money. We're paying 50-50 in this bitch. And I'm still doing the cooking. I'm still doing the cleaning. I'm still doing the laundry. I'm still, and when you short on the bill money, I'm still making up the money that you're short on the bill money. So for me, in my experience from the past in living with a man, I felt like I took on a lot of extra stress that I didn't fucking need to have. Okay. Now, I don't know if that means I picked the wrong man, or I don't know if a majority of men feel like women own the burden of the domestic duties in the house. See, that was a lot for me. And so me living by myself, I could cook when I want, and that might be once a week, and it might be once every 2 weeks, okay? But when I was with someone who was living in the house, I cooked at least 4 days a week. I don't have to do that anymore. I am like in peace in heaven. If I want to eat fucking cheese sandwich for dinner, I could do that. And to me, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have the wrong partner. It's just I be tired. And I don't want, even in the future, if I should so happen to land myself in a situation where I am living in a house with a man, right? I don't want him to expect me to be doing all them things. I am not going to be doing all those things. I'm not. The fuck? Uber Eats. Well, then, I always agree with that. We just throwing around opinions. Do what works best for you. That's the best thing ever. Dev said, Ghost said, people who want a relationship but want to live separate just want a man they trust to provide dick. They want to pick and choose when they want to deal with you. Well, why I got to be in a relationship for dick? I ain't got to be in a relationship for dick. Dick is around the corner, down the block, up the street. Dick is everywhere. Dick-a-lig-a-lig dick. You don't have to be in a relationship for dick. They handing out dick. I'm just saying. Hillbilly says she just want the money. Okay, ladies, the men are on here talking about this is a lady's problem. The ladies are the one who don't want to live with the man. But is that because when they live together, the woman winds up taking on more of the responsibilities of the house, kind of? And the men don't feel that burden, so they okay with it? I don't know. Deb says, see, to me, he can't be a provider if you have your own separate household. As a person that wants to live separate, I don't have the expectation of him paying anything, but I don't mind cooking for him. I don't have that same expectation, Deb. Mm-mm. I don't. And I admire you and Fancy for having those expectations. Like your man ain't got to do all that for you, but he got to do it for me. Right? Now, I'm the type of woman that I will ride with you when you're up, when you're down, when you're sideways. Okay. If you down for a period of time, I will ride with you, but I hope that you get up eventually so that I can rest again. Okay. Because I need all that stuff. I need you to provide for me. I need you to protect me. I need it. I need your monies to pay some bills and shit like that. I need all of that. The fuck? I do. I need it. And I'll cook for him. But I need him to provide for me. The fuck? Ghost said, nope, not the same. They live together still. His job just sends him away from time to time. Got it. I said it wasn't apples to apple. You said from time to time. These niggas be away for like a year and some change. Well, Hillbilly. And the fuck is sugar daddy a relationship? Hillbilly, Hillbilly, you make me sick. And it is a relationship. The fuck? There's various types of relationships. And is. Ghost said no. And is. Dev said, and Ghost has a point. A person they trust for that, because it's hard out here trusting people to do the right thing. But you can share time at each other's residence to do for each other. True. And Debs also said, and maintaining their own residence, just like in the dating stages. So they pay their own bills. See, to me, I need the monies. So I be trying to combine, because I'm like, if you paying $2,600 over there a month for your place, and I'm paying $2,600 a month for my place, that the fuck is a lot of money. Okay? We're talking $5,000 plus a month just on rent between two people, right? And then you got the electric bill, the gas bill, the water bill, right? So when I look at it, I be like, okay, if this motherfucker is over there paying $3,000 a month, and I'm over here paying $3,000 a month before we get to groceries and all this other shit, we can combine and split $3,000 a month, and you can pay $1,500 and I can pay $1,500, and I save $1,500 off the bat. See, that's how I look at shit. I be like, listen, motherfucker, I be looking at it like business transactions, right? And people be like, oh, you don't mind moving in with somebody? I the fuck don't, because I'm looking at it as a business transaction. But I gotta love the motherfucker, right? I love you, right? I know we're not getting married right now, or maybe never, depending on what you believe in. But baby, if you think us throwing $6,000 a month is worth it, I want to travel. I want to do shit. So if we can cut our expenses down and split it and save money and travel more and do more things together, I'm for that shit. But that's me. It's like a business transaction for me, right? But I gotta love you to do something like that, okay? But I'm looking, provide and protect for me. So that's how I look at it. Move the fuck in here, so that we can split these goddamn bills and give me some relief. The fuck? Snacho is there, not you. Sancho is the man. Oh, Sancho. Wait, what? Shirley said, even if you grow apart, the relationship should still have been enjoyed, cherished, and ended, because growing may be in different directions if you were building the home and marriage together. True. Ghost says, how does he protect you like that if he's in another house? Someone breaks into your home and he's at his home sleep. He's going to wake up to news that you've been unalived. Gold said it's less than 7 to 8% of men in the world that make six figures. Everything is high these days. How can he provide for his home, your home, the kids, buy you things, take you shopping and family? Well, I don't know, Ghost, because I'm not one that wants to live separate, so I can't answer that question, but that's a good question. I can't answer it because fuck that. Live in here. Help me with these fucking bills. I'm like that. I'm like, I want to see both of us financially grow. If I'm into somebody and I'm really feeling you, I want to see you grow financially. I want to see you be healthy mentally. And so I be trying to combine, like, let's chop these bills down and give each other some peace while we are still growing in this relationship. See, that's how I flow. But motherfuckers be scared. It's like a roommate, but you sleeping with them. You know, and y'all are lovers, or in love, or whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah, vacations goes. That's why I said I want to live with my partner because financially it would be less stressful and then we'd have more money for vacations and shit. Yes, I said vacations. Deb said, nah, Ghost, don't underestimate us though. You break in here, it won't be easy taking me down. If you take me down, that news will have a very different headline messing with me. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ghost said, I'm not sure most women think that way, Deb, but we all know women are not as physically strong as a man. But in reality, the man will win that battle. Deb said, now, if y'all have kids, I feel like this is a moot point in my personal opinion. It makes sense to live under the same household to raise the kids in a healthy environment and to pay bills together. I agree with that. I think that that's the purpose of marriage. Like for me, when people ask me, do I believe in marriage? I believe in marriage, but there's a time and a place, right? I think marriage is intended for people who are planning to have kids so that everybody can have the same fucking last name. You know, they want the person's pension, you know, so that they plan for what's going to happen when their kids go to college and what their life after is going to look like. But if you don't plan on having any kids or you've already had your kids and your kids are grown, how does marriage benefit you, right? Now, I'm on the fence because, like I said yesterday, I feel like a level of respect comes with marriage from the family members. But there's really, as you get older, I'm trying to figure out the benefits of being married, other than the level of respect the family gives you. Because we don't have no kids that need to share the last name. You ain't got no pension money that's going to come to me because 9 times out of 10, you already had a wife before and she probably going to get that money. So there's no benefit at this big old age to get married other than the fact that you just want to. That's why I don't mind be shacking up. Jezebel, like, you know, like the Bible. I know it's wrong to be shacking up, but I would do it. But if y'all ain't got no kids, I feel like it will work magically. Y'all look forward to seeing each other and spending time. And when you're ready to go home, you go home and get y'all alone time. How does the average man operate, Ghost? Tell me. Cheryl Lee said, if you living together and building with good communication as to what, who, when, with clear understanding as to how it would go if you don't evolve together, leaves room to enjoy the relationship. I agree, but you know, there's a lot of mud in the water, Cheryl Lee, and a lot of people don't have that good communication and experience. Zen said, now what the? Zen said, wait, is it the same if you live in separate bedrooms or you live in the same home and typically occupy the different spaces? Kitchen, living room, family room, office, etc. That's a great question. What happens, what do you call it when you're living under the same roof but in different rooms? What do you call that? Or you live in the same home, like a two-family home, that you have one entrance and your partner has the next entrance, and y'all come in like that? That's interesting. I probably drag my blanket over to his house every night, and he'd be mad. That's a good question, though. Hillbilly said it's not the same. Hillbilly is not the same. Why? Because he's physically there. Hillbilly said, I want a tall, rich man is not a doable thing. 6% are over 6 feet. 2% are wealthy, giving you a 1% chance of success. Baby, I ain't never had a wealthy man, but I've had some over 6 feet. The tall men, I feel like there's a high percentage of tall men because I always seem to get it. I like a tall man. I like to feel like a little bit because, see, y'all get me excited. Cheryl Lee said marriage or commitment to each other is a business. It's a business. Debbie said women not helpless like it may seem. Men are physically stronger, go sure, but we aren't unable to help ourselves, I assure you. And pow, pow ain't nothing to talk about. Sancho is the guy doing your women. Cheryl Lee said the news would be reported differently at Deb. Pow, pow. Right. Ghost said a majority of time when people break into your home, they don't come alone. It's usually at least 2 or 3 people coming. That's why I live in a building. I'm on a top floor in the fucking corner. Get to everybody else before you get to me. Thank you and please. The fuck? Shacking up is a form of marriage. I agree, Hillbilly. I shacked up. I've been married, but I've shacked up because I believe in I believe in alleviating my financial stress. And there's too. The fuck? Oh, Hillbilly said to Zen's asking about 2 separate bedrooms. Nah, Hillbilly. No, you didn't. Hillbilly said it's called a good night's sleep. Hillbilly, I'm going to cut you. Y'all be sleeping good when y'all sleep in separate rooms from your significant other. I'm grabbing my blanket and I'm going. See, I'm one of those people that I can't have a significant other that be like, I need my alone time in my bed and I'm going to the next room because me and my blanket is coming. Me and my fucking blanket is coming. Mm-mm. And I'm traumatized because my ex used to, when he got mad and he started outlining me to death and pulling out the Quran, he would read, you're supposed to separate your bedroom to punish your wife. That nigga would actually move into the guest room as though he was punishing me. Bitch, no, I am not punished. Take your ass all the way outside these walls to a whole nother place and sleep over there since you want to separate your bedroom. That don't punish me, but it is a trigger for me. So if I get into another relationship where we are living in the same house together, okay, and a nigga talk about I'm gonna separate my bedroom, I'm gonna be like, because that's a trigger for me. That's not a punishment. Don't act like you punishing me. The fuck out of here. Ghost said, if y'all doing all this living separately, why even get married? To me, it makes no sense. Stay single and don't waste anyone's time. That's a good point. What do y'all think about that? For those that don't want to live in the house with their significant others, right? Why do you bother getting married? Why do you bother? Just stay single. Cheryl Lisa, I don't know what you call it, Zen, but it definitely can work. You know how many people I know have separated their rooms in their marriage? A lot, for many different reasons. Not because they necessarily need their space, but sometimes it's because I heard something. Oh wait, sorry y'all. Sometimes it's because somebody snores or somebody likes to watch TV all night. It could be something like that, right? And then you wind up in separate rooms over stuff like that. See, me, I sleep with the TV on. So if I ended up living in the same place, same under the same roof with my significant other, if he didn't like the TV on the whole night, that would be a problem for me. Brandilla said, I love tall men. My dude is 6'3" and fine. Okay. New dude or same dude, Brandilla? I'm confused. Is this the new dude or the... Because I thought you broke up with him. I'm lost. Help find me. Help find me. Deb said, but why is staying alone such a bad thing or a waste of time? You know my personal belief, so I don't think it's a waste getting married, living separate. You can love someone from your own house. Hillbilly said, getting married gets the money goes. Just a relationship, she has to pay the bills. Well, Deb said the love isn't different just because you live in separate households. Go said, how do you build together living separately? How do you grow together living separately? Great question. Great questions. Hillbilly said, when went from hallway sex to loving each other in the mornings? Well, that sounds good to me. Brandilla said, my mother makes her boyfriend sleep in a separate room if he doesn't shower before bed. She don't play that. Oh no, you got to shower. You definitely got to shower. You definitely got to shower. Ghost said, all this living alone in a marriage screams selfish to me. All I hear is me, 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 me. Not a single drop of us, 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 us. Well, that's a good point. Where is the us when y'all live separate? How do you find yourself saying I most of the time when you live in separate households, or do you stay within the we us? That's a great point. Debbie said it's called peace. Ghost. You can absolutely build together, share common goals. The only difference is you got your house and she has hers. How does it stop things is my question. Oh, I saw that, Zen, but I couldn't see the guest thing. I kept hearing it, but I couldn't see. They upgraded the system and I couldn't see the I couldn't see where it was popping up. Try it again. Try it again, Zen, because I want to know, because they changed the software. So I'm trying to learn the new. Oh, yeah, I could see your private, but I didn't see you pop on the screen. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see you pop on the screen. Maybe it was the way I had the display. Try it again so I know it works. Hillbilly said, would you agree if he pays the bills but buys you nothing else? Oh, it's over here. I see you. They upgraded the software. It used to pop up on this side. Now it's over here in the corner on the bar.
You so dumb.
Good morning, boo.
Good morning.
Oh my God. So wait. The office looks different. We got used to looking at the other office. This is a different office because this is
Yeah, it's
a
not
new
done.
house. This is the first time you jumped on my show since you moved into your new 10-acre,
It's not
farmland fucking house. Living like hillbillies in New Jersey.
I wish it was 10 acres. It's not 10 acres.
Oh, damn it. Once you go past 5 acres or whatever the fuck, it's the same because you can't see shit else. How many acres you got?
3.5.
Same thing. You can't see nobody. That's a lot of land.
That's true. It's true.
So what happens at night? You go outside and do what? I want to go outside. I'm gonna come to your house then, and then at night I want to go outside and recreate like a horror movie, like in the woods.
Why?
Because I like creepy shit like that. Halloween is coming. That's perfect. The fuck?
I mean, you could. I got like most of my property is wooded.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's some shit. I want to see what it looks like out your window at night. Can you see anything?
Be some Blair Witch Project shit.
How far is the fucking train station from you?
15 minutes.
Oh, and how long is the ride to the city?
An hour.
Okay. One train though takes you right into Penn Station?
Newark.
Oh, you come into Newark.
And then I got to change to go to New York.
Okay, so you take the PATH train.
Mm-mm. No, I usually just pop on New Jersey Transit into to New York Penn.
Oh, okay. You just jump on the next train. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. So, what do you think about today's topic?
It's interesting. I'm loving these comments.
I mean, the separate rooms, it's so crazy because I know so many people who sleep in separate rooms. And again, that's for many reasons. It's not just because you're tired of looking at your significant other. Like for me, I watch TV at night. So if my man was like, I'd be like, go in the next room.
Right.
So there's other reasons other than I just don't want to be in the same room with my man.
No, and the reason why I asked is because Eric and I sleep in separate rooms.
Okay. Why? Somebody snores?
That you said, right? Like, because he snores.
Yep.
I have a CPAP, like we're not keeping each other up. And to Hillbilly's point, it's exactly it. It's a good night's sleep.
Wait, CPAP machines be cracking me the fuck up because my mother has a CPAP machine, right? And she fucking looks like when she puts it on that night, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Hannibal Lecter?
Yes. I'm like, I don't want to roll over and look at that. The fuck?
No, it's not attractive, but
it's not attractive.
That's like the point of being in love with somebody. You don't look at that stuff.
Well, you certainly can't roll over and randomly kiss them because your mouth would be all over the fucking.
I mean, mine, it comes off pretty easy. I just have one that like sits under my nose, so it's just like all I gotta do is just lift it and it's gone.
So no, my mother had the one that
covers her whole thing. Yeah.
I was like, what is that? Like, I can't even sleep with that on my face.
I learned to sleep with my mouth closed, so it doesn't affect me. But the thing is like most times Eric will be in the kitchen watching his iPad. I'm usually in my office. When we were in the old house, he was like in the addition. I was in the family room on the complete opposite side of the house. So it's like we live in the same home, but we occupy different spaces.
Yeah.
And it's not like we don't want to be near each other or we don't like being near each other. It's just we're just kind of comfortable in who we are and where we are in our relationship.
Yeah.
It's not, we don't have to be in each other's space all the time.
Yeah. I agree with that. I like that. Would you, if you had to do it all over again, would you choose to live separate?
No, I don't think I would like to live in a separate house.
Yeah.
But I like the way it's comfortable for what we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I agree.
It's nice. It's like we have the, I mean, we're a little bit more, I don't want to say well off, but our home is typically bigger. So we have the space to kind of separate,
Yeah.
right? But we could live in a smaller house too. Although I don't watch TV, he loves to watch TV.
Yeah, that's
You know,
me.
so I would probably be off, like, you know, in a separate, in my bedroom or something, reading.
Yeah. Okay, well, see, that works. I could do that. I could do that, but see, me, I think I'm a little bit needy, right?
You're not needy, you have needs.
Thank you, Zen. See, thank you. Like me, if my man got up and was moving around and decided to go to another room, I know I'd be with my blanket talking about move over. He'll be like, "What the fuck?" That's how I am. No, I'm very, cuddly. Like I need that. I like that. So I wouldn't want to live separate. Debbie said, I can't speak for y'all, that's for sure. But I have heard some men say they would stay single and alone. You personally may be a relationship guy. I have heard men say that too. I have heard men say that. Brandilla said, I don't want to live or sleep separately. If we have to do that, why be together? I understand that the arrangement works for some though. Ghost said they may be single and alone, Deb, because there's no benefit for a man in a marriage. Hmm? There's
Yeah, I
no,
didn't get that.
me neither. I didn't get that one. I believe there's men who wouldn't mind living separate. I mean, if there's a population of women out there that feel like that, why do we think that there's no men that feel that like that? I'm sure that there's men out there that feel like that.
But if a guy says that they want to live separate, is that because they just want to play around?
See, saying don't fuck with me. That's why my man be right up in my face because I be like, we're gonna get this
That's what I would think.
because what the fuck are you doing?
Right. Maybe that says more about me.
Okay. Hillbilly said, girl one wants all of her bills paid and stuff and live separate. Girl two wants some McDonald's and some dick. Do you really want to live alone?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Wait, where was that comment?
Wait a minute. I got to put this on the screen. Wait a minute, Hillbilly. Wait a minute. Wait, girl one wants her bills paid. That's me. Oh, but I don't want to live separate. Girl two wants some McDonald's and some dick. Do you really want to live alone? In other words, I'm reading from this that
Girl two needs to step up a little bit. I mean,
can we do Chick-fil-A? I mean, why we gotta do McDonald's? Fuck.
I would take Popeyes over
Okay, right?
anything.
Okay.
Their chicken sandwiches are fire.
Okay. Shirley said, oh, so you are saying you and the wife will be shooting together, making the difference at Ghost? Shooting together? Oh, because
How
Ghost
about
thinks that when there's a break-in, a woman can't protect herself. So Shirley is saying, so y'all both gonna be shooting because Cheryl is basically saying, come to fuck in my house. I'm powering your ass. That's what Debbie said too. Okay, so Ghost, he's saying, what we gonna do? Get up like the duo twins and both be powering? Yeah, basically, yes.
we did it?
Yeah.
So we heard a noise in our house. This is our old house. So Eric came out of his room with his gun. I came out with a shotgun. I cocked it. He's like, what do you gotta do? I was like, fuck around and find out.
Thank you. Fuck around and find out this shotgun will blow a whole hole through you. What the fuck?
He's like, go get a pistol.
Oh my God, because you know that
Go check out what the hell is going on. Why are we hearing noises?
that shotgun got kickback. You don't hold that shit right, you be flinging back and forth.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I know it. Deb said, and marriage only benefiting one. My thought process, in my opinion, benefits both. But I would need to marry someone that trusts me and feels the same. That's why you have to marry someone compatible. Well, that's true.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why get married if you're not compatible?
Deb said, well, if we're basing this on a majority, I am constantly hearing that there is no benefit to marriage for the men. That I hear the same thing. I hear a lot of men saying that there's no benefit to marriage for them.
Wow, break that down.
What does that mean? There is no benefit to marriage for men. What does that mean? What does that mean? I hear a lot of men say this. I do. No benefit in marriage to men. That's sad. Why does it automatically go to trusting, y'all? People can be laying right next to you, lying to you, being unfaithful. It's very possible to be with someone you trust and live separate. That's true.
List those benefits. Well, it's a lot better when there's two rather than one. Get more done.
That's a benefit.
The other person might pick up where you don't, for things that you don't want to do. You pick up for things they don't want to do.
Teamwork.
You fill each other's gaps.
From a financial perspective, less burden on him. He's not paying all the bills.
Yep.
Right?
And those are material things, right? But like
emotional support on a daily basis.
Exactly.
You come home tired from work, frustrated. You got somebody there. You know
that somebody's got your back.
Yeah.
You're not alone. Right? That's a benefit. Unless you want to be alone.
Well, Debbie is saying, why can't that happen living separately?
What do you mean?
The benefits.
It could.
Yeah. So what are the benefits for men? Good morning, Damaris, right on time. We want to know, men, a lot of men say there's no benefit in marriage for them. We want to know what the benefits are for men. I want to know what the benefits are for women. What's the benefits for women? I never had none of them men that I dated. Yes, my show is live. Y'all live. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. You can replay it. I ain't the fuck lying. Any of my exes want to come on here and say I'm a liar? Come on, babies. I ain't never had no man take care to fuck me. Not financially. Now, I go for emotional support because life is lifing for a lot of people. So I don't go for financial benefit all the time, right? I go for emotional support. I go for someone that I know that got me. I go for someone that is constantly working on themselves, working on their dreams, right? And stuff like that. But what's the benefit for women? Because everybody keeps talking about there's no benefit for men. What is the benefit for women these days and times? We're not talking about back in the day. And even back in the day, what was the benefit for the women?
So here's what I'm noticing, just based on the comments and what you're saying, is a lot of people are looking at this as an arrangement or, a partnership, but more from a business aspect. Like Deb's point, where she's like, we have colleagues working together on projects ongoing. You all figure it out and go to your separate residence at the end of the day. So what's the difference? Because my spouse is my best friend. It's like always being with your best friend and always having a good time.
That's a good benefit.
So that's like the biggest difference I see. If you have a great relationship with your partner and they are truly the person that you love to spend the most time with, then there's a huge benefit in that. You're going to be happier. You're going to be, it's going to make your life go a little bit longer. because happiness is what does that.
I like that. I feel like for me, sometimes I just want to be in a vulnerable space, and I don't always want to call my friends,
Yeah.
right? I want to be able to sit down and talk to my significant other about stuff like that. So, I mean, again, I want to say when people say what's the benefits of marriage, I think, and this is just my opinion, so don't stab me. I think a lot of men are walking around thinking that they're going to lose all their money and their financial freedom when it comes to marriage. But I have yet to meet a man that's got any money that is worth losing. Like, and I don't understand why a lot of these men walk around going, oh no, because divorce and they want to take all your money. What money? What money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are not Brad Pitt. Y'all ain't out here balling and making all this money. If you are working a job, a 9 to 5 job or whatever, and you got a regular old fucking salary, stop comparing yourselves to these rich people, Jennifer Lowe, and all these people that you see on IG that be getting divorces and paying out all this money. It ain't you, boo. And if you have kids, right? Child support, that's on you. That's the fuck. That's not the woman's fault. It's not. So I just be scratching my head when the men be like, because all then they want half. Half of what? I ain't never had a man who had half of shit that I needed.
Which is why you don't have them no more.
And I'm telling you, it just amazes me when people talk about these benefits. What benefits are you looking for? Start with that.
How about that one?
Start
What do
with
you
that.
want?
What do you want? Start with that. Stop comparing it to every relationship we see. What are the benefits for you? For me, it's not financial. I don't put financial as the forefront because I feel like there's down periods in our lives. Like me, I'm down financially sometime, and sometime I'm up financially. So I don't weigh it on that.
Right.
I weigh it on who you are as a person, your grind. I know that when you fall down, you're going to get up.
But that goes across the board too, right? It's not just financials in that aspect.
No, it's everything.
Take what you just said and then put emotional in it.
It's everything.
Right? Sometimes you're down, sometimes you're up, right? So put your relationships out there. Sometimes it's down, sometimes it's up. It goes across the board, and it's willing to have it's the ability to have somebody in your life that can ride those waves with you.
Yep. And to me, those are benefits. Like, I mean, we got to ask ourselves, what is it we're looking to benefit out of our relationship? And your answer is going to be different from mine, possibly.
Yep. But Robin, you said before about some things you want to talk with your significant other about rather than your friends. But like, what about like your ride or die? Right? Like that one friend that you have that you
Oh,
know
yeah.
you turn to.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And just imagine being with a significant other that is just like that person.
Wow. I never had that. I mean, I thought I did, but then you didn't when they jump on and they start to throw darts at you based on your pain.
Good
That's not
morning.
something
Good
that you
morning.
do.
Ghost?
Good morning, Ghost. Good the
Going
fuck
on.
morning. All right. But you're right. Like, I want that type of person. Like, I've never had that person. Like, my experience is when I go deep with someone and I'm vulnerable, they took that and they threw it at me in an argument. And that made me feel unsafe.
Right.
Right. So I would love to have a relationship where I could trust, be vulnerable, and you be like my ride or die, just like my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To respond to that when just now what you said, it might not be probable, and that's okay too. At my age, I'm really not tripping. I would say, man, I've gave this analogy before, and I'm gonna give it again. It's like somebody telling you, jump out this airplane. you got a 10% chance that parachute is going to deploy correctly and you'll survive. You got a 10% chance. You saying because it's a possibility, a 10% chance possibility that it'll deploy correctly, you still gonna jump. You got a 90% chance of dying. So the probability of you living is not high, but you still gonna jump. Like that don't make sense to me. Like
And
that don't
that's a
make sense.
response to what?
What Dave said, it might not be probable. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. At my age, really not
Oh,
tripping. So
okay.
because I had said previously, like telling y'all, I was like, yeah, that's true, but it's possible, but it's not probable. You know what I'm saying? Like, us as men, like we operate off probability. You know what I'm saying? Logic, you know what I'm saying? Like shit that really makes sense. Just because it's a possibility some shit might happen, what's the probability of it actually happening? You know what I'm saying? If the percentage is not high of it actually happening, we're not gonna fucking do it. Man, we're just not gonna do it. I mean, just because the possibility is there, don't mean shit. I need to shave. Oh my god, this shit's bad.
Listen, that hair looks so damn good. It's long as fuck.
It has gotten long. It has gotten long as hell. It's
Okay.
really dangling.
I'm still in the infant stage, the teenage stage.
I remember when Ghost hair looked like that.
Right?
Man,
Right? It
man.
took a long way. My shit in
It
the
was
teenage stage.
short. I remember when it was short.
I'm
Used to
saying
be
it's like
riding around with
I have
truck.
to wear I have to wear like lock caps and stuff like this now because it's like without it and my hair just hanging, I can't smoke a cigarette without my cigarette burning part of my hair, or if I'm trying to eat my food, my hair getting in my food or something. So it's like I have to wear shit like this now. Like my hair is too long to just let it fly.
And the fact that your locks are thick, I love that.
Man, I didn't want that
No, I like
thin. Oh
lock.
man, I didn't want
Yeah.
that.
I like that thick shit. I didn't
Cause I
want
feel
that
like it would have been too
either.
many. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been like well over 200-300 locks if
Yeah.
I'd have did it real thin. Like, and it just
Mhm.
would have been too bulky, like sitting up like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
And then if you notice, people with thin locks, they start combining them over time.
yeah,
Thin.
like doing the two and twist and whatnot because they want it thicker because it's too much to do when it's thin like that. Oh yeah.
Debbie
Oh
said,
okay, I
I'm
got
not
you. I
tripping
got
on
you
being in
there.
a relationship was my point. I
I
know
got
my
you.
request is a bit unorthodox and it doesn't happen. I will be fine, was the point I was making.
I
Okay.
got you. I
So
got
you're
you.
not even open to living with your significant other, Debbie. You're not open to that at all. And under no circumstances. See, I don't know, guys. I like living with my partners. I do.
Like I do too.
And
I do
that's
too.
fine,
I do.
right? You can have that. That might not be. It's not for everybody.
Now, I would
That's
say
the
people
point.
should do what works for them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And granted, that may work for some people.
But when you're
You
talking
know.
about like statistics and probability and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not picking on you, Ghost, but
Yeah.
it's you can't apply that same thing to everyone because what
Well,
you're
true.
talking
You know
about,
what I'm
the
saying?
90-10, right? So say 90% chance of dying versus 10% the parachute's going to open. Somebody might accept those odds.
Well, true. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay,
but
y'all.
like for me, I'm not saying that, there's not gonna be people that take odds like that.
Right.
My whole point is just logically, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's just logically, it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not saying that they won't do it, and if they do it, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? You lived your life the way you wanted to. Kudos to you. It's just to me, I personally don't understand that. And maybe it's just not for me to understand. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Right. Because
But
you're not wired that way.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but some
But I still
people,
wanted to put it out there just to give them another way to look at it or think about it the same way how they're explaining their side to me, to give it another way to look at it and think about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to give them my perspective of that, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. But sometimes people live that way too. Not you, I'm not saying but you, but I think people live like that way too, sometimes out of fear because they want like a guarantee, right? And
But
they
there are
want
no
something
guarantees in
sure.
life but death.
But yeah, right. But it's just they want more of something that's really going to work out. But no one knows ever. You
Yeah.
could be as sure as shit when you get into a relationship, but you don't know if it's going to work out.
Definitely. We are sometimes are hooked up on social norms. Not all subscribe. Some think differently. That's true.
I don't say you know what was wild though
But nobody
before.
answered the question. What's the benefit? Why do men say there's no benefits in marriage?
What does a man get out of a marriage?
Tell what
Because typically, like once a man get married, the woman stops sleeping with him as much. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't getting as much sex.
speak for yourself because I love sex.
Exactly.
No, I said typically. I said
I want to
typically.
fuck all the time.
I
Can't say
I said
typically.
typically. Like typically. You know what I'm saying?
can't
You gotta
say
remember, like
typically.
it wouldn't be
How many
something that I would
other
say like
people's
it's so
marriages have you
big that
experienced?
they even put shit like that in movies and TV shows. Or just saying it's like it's a comedy skit of how guys don't get sex no more after they get married. You know what I mean? Like that's how big this shit really be happening. But it's like in the marriage, like what are we really fucking getting though? You know what I'm saying? Because the sex deteriorates, you don't get that much of that, even though the man still want to, like, you don't get that much of it. But outside of that, what are we getting from the woman?
So
Like
then
you're
why
getting it
get married then? So why do men get married if they feel that there's no benefit for them?
because at the end of the day, like we still need each other and we understand that. You know what I'm
Isn't that
saying?
the benefit though?
To an extent. But what we're saying, like you still get more. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying like we don't get nothing dead squat, period. You know what I'm saying? But it's like nowadays the divorce rate is a hell of a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? Like marriages aren't staying together no more these days. And 80 something to 90% of the fucking marriages are filed by women. It's women leaving a relationship. Like men will stay in a toxic ass relationship for forever. You know what I'm saying? Like men typically don't leave a relationship. Typically. They do. They
Physically
do.
they don't leave, but I feel like emotionally they do.
Excuse me.
They're there physically, but emotionally I feel they leave, right? And so this is something that I experienced when I was in my 20-year relationship with my circle fuck ex-pro, right? He was there, he was paying the bills, we were on
Mm.
vacation and stuff like that, but he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's something within himself he had to work on. It was a bigger battle he was fighting inside himself.
Oh, Damaris. I have been married for 26 years. Yes, they just celebrated an anniversary. And now we are in a long distance marriage and it's hard. I miss him every day. Baby, Damaris, I'm laughing and crying inside at the same time because I would have never thought you say that. Not because you don't love your husband, but because you are the less needy one in the relationship. That's true. And I don't mean it in a negative way for Donovan, but Donovan is more of, he's like me. He likes being with his partner. He likes to cuddle. He likes all of that. So,
But
and
see, but it's a norm for him to be there with her these days, though. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Like they've been together for so long.
yep,
It's a norm. So it's like when your other half is gone, it's like you don't feel whole. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel complete. Like there's a literal feeling that something is missing, and you know it's them. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? You know it's them.
yep.
Yeah. But
Hillbilly, that's
that's
a good
cute.
one. Men want someone to help further their goals. Most go against that. What
True.
do you
That
mean by
is.
that? Let's break that down a little bit. Hillbilly said men want someone to help further their goals.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
Like we
Let me
want a woman that's a
roll the tape
supporter.
back for a second. Just what Ghost you just said before about Damaris is that doesn't happen overnight.
No, definitely. Hell
Build
no.
that over time.
That's why I said years. They did be together for so long.
But people don't even give it to that point anymore because they want it now. Right?
And see,
That's
That's why
yeah.
the divorce rate has skyrocketed because
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't get what they want immediately.
Yeah, and see, things take time, man. They take time. You have to be like, there's no perfect relationship. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you have to build that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's still not gonna be perfect, but you know, over time, y'all together build what it is that y'all want and need for each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all build that bond between each other. But like you said, people want shit now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an only child and selfish as fucking. When I ask for something, I want it right then and there. But I still
we
understand that
know.
shit. I still understand that shit. That some shit you have to build and take time. You know what I'm saying? Some shit takes time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes you got to fight for it. Sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
scratch and claw for what you want.
And it's like, and this whole thing started off talking about marriage, you know what I'm saying? Not just being in a relationship, but being in a marriage. It's like
Yep.
in a marriage, you have to fight for the rest of y'all life because both of y'all will continue to grow over time. It's like, so you have to relearn this person every so often. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to relearn each other because y'all are growing and now your thought processes are different. Your goals may be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I
so
think that's people in general, right? You either grow together or you grow apart,
yeah.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, like, but in a marriage, you know what I'm saying? Let's say for better or for worse, to death do you part. So, for the rest of your lives, you have to learn each other again. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Learn who this person has become over the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Who you've become over the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And so on. And that's just, that shit is forever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And y'all chose to do that forever. You know what
People
I'm saying?
evolve. Your relationship evolves.
Yeah.
Individuals
You know what I'm saying?
evolve.
You grow, you know what I'm saying? You want to pull that person up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah, shit takes time. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I agree with that 1000%. I do. I really, really do. And that's why when people ask,
Right.
why did
Yeah,
I stay
Billy.
so fucking long with my circle fuck ex hoe? Because I really thought that we were building, right? And some people from the outside look in and they go, oh my God, you're still there. Oh my God, you're still there. I really had staying power. And the only thing that fucked us up really was because he fucked in the circle. That was just something I could not
So
swallow.
if he fucked outside the circle, you'd have been good.
I forgave him several times for that. Right? I did. I forgave him several times. That wasn't his first cheat. But when you cheat in the circle, that's too close to home.
Yeah, then that was a
Yeah.
little too personal.
Yeah.
It's like
Because
sleeping
now,
with family.
That's like living in an apartment complex and you fuck the neighbor. Like, nigga, why
yeah,
are you fucking so close to home?
yeah,
Man, take that shit out there.
yeah. See, for me, infidelity used to be a deal breaker for me when I was younger.
And you
But
realize the nigga gonna be a nigga, a man gonna
that's
be a
not
man.
always a deal breaker for me now. The only thing I be concerned about is if my pussy start itching and burning. Don't fucking play with me. And if my mouth start burning. Because people
Hey,
out here be fucking with condoms and shit, but they don't think about the herpes and the syphilis in their mouth. Everybody eating pussy and sucking dick without protection. And so that's the only thing that, right? I'm just being honest. But infidelity for me is not a deal breaker. But when you do it, if you fuck in my home, you fuck somebody I know, you fuck, those are deal breakers for me. Right. And I had staying power. And so I'm very proud of Damaris and Donovan because I've been a part of their lives for almost as long as they've been married. And I've seen it. And them two, they got staying power. Okay. They work through their issues and their emotions. And 26 years, here we are. Right? I love that. They are an example. They're a good example of a marriage.
I will say I'm not typically in favor of long distance relationships,
Well,
but
she had
I
no
feel like
choice. Her husband got moved based on work.
I feel like that's an initial thing. You know what I'm saying? But I will say after being together for as long as they have, I definitely would put all the fight into making sure that shit will work.
Oh yeah. And they're not going to be
And
like that
definitely.
forever. They just got to sell their house. Damaris is going to migrate down to Florida. So they just got to work through it for another year.
Oh, so you getting out the cold and going to some tropical shit, to some
Yeah,
better shit.
Donovan relocated to Florida because that's what corporate America is doing now. They relocate people to cheaper states.
Yeah,
And
well,
so he had to move.
I don't know exactly who my cousin worked for, but my cousin and her husband moved out here a couple of years ago. I was like, but she just got word that they sending her to Atlanta now. So
Yep.
so he like, man, that's where she going. That's where I gotta go.
Yep.
That's where I'm going. So
I mean,
her job relocates her, so he move around with her.
that's
He
the
just get a
thing
job
these days.
everywhere.
Like if my job relocated me, would I go? Probably. You know, if I'm keeping my salary and stuff like that. I don't have any little kids in school. And my man will have to float with me. Hopefully, if he can, based on
I would say that would be, some that I don't want to sound sexist
Well, that's
or
the
no shit,
preferred,
but
right? It's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
preferred.
But I would say, me personally, as a man, it would be hard to feel like I'm a provider and whatnot in my family if I'm the one that's constantly being uprooted and have to find a new job everywhere we go. You still have this job.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So of course, every time we move, you're the sole provider. That's gonna make me feel some type of way. That's
Yeah.
gonna make that I have to restart every time we move. Not you, but
Yeah.
me. I have to that will fuck with me.
Yeah.
That will fuck with me.
I understand that. Good morning, Aquanda. Good
But
morning.
that's a discussion that you
Yeah.
have, though. That's
I
not
mean, you
something
can have the
that you just.
discussion
But she won't.
all you want. It's just
But
as a man,
But you
as
got
a
to
man, that would fuck with me.
determine is it going to be financially viable, right? It's not even about just the relationship. It's like what's going to work best for us so that we succeed as a unit.
and it might be
Yes.
Ghost that she don't relocate, right? It depends on the conversation where y'all at in y'all relationship.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
works for y'all, you know, she might. It ultimately based on the conversation y'all have, it might come to terms that you know what, I might have to find another job, babe, because if I relocate, this is going to impact us financially, even though I have the same job. So I agree with Zen. It's a conversation.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
And
no,
Maris, I
I'm not
agree with
debating
you.
that.
Marriage is like a job.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm
24 years, I'm right behind you. But
Yeah.
every day,
You've been married forever.
Yeah, I'm definitely not, you know what I'm saying, arguing in that point or whatnot. It's definitely something that you gotta work towards. It's a job, it's a conversation you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tell him, hey, I mean, he had to come just peek his head in, tell him, we
because he
ready to
heard me
speak.
talking,
Yeah.
he came and went.
I was like, but no, I'm just saying, just as a man having that natural instinct to want to be a provider and protector, whatnot, it's hard to feel like I'm a provider when I'm the one that's constantly got to reset myself. I'm the one that's constantly got to find a new job. And we all know how it is like with jobs. It's like you have to start from the bottom. So it's like everywhere I go, I got to start at the bottom again. You know what I'm saying? And work my way up. And by the time I get up to where, okay, I'm finally making some good money, and we got to fucking move again. I got to do this shit all over. It's like, so you're constantly the one being the woman that's making the majority of all the money. At some point in time, you're going to get tired of doing that. You're
Well,
going to
it
get
doesn't
tired of carrying
necessarily mean
the
that
load.
she's making. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's making the most of the money because her job is moving her,
Right.
right? She could still be making less than you, right? Really and truly, but her job is closing shop in New Jersey and moving everything to Texas or whatever. And I'm up to a point where either I take the package or I relocate to Jersey. To Texas. That's a conversation I would have with my husband. He might be the breadwinner, but he might need my money to help keep us afloat, is what I'm saying. And so we have the conversation, and he might say, you know what, babe, maybe we do this for a year. Maybe, you try to look for another job, or we try to do something different. Maybe we'll live separate for a short period of time and see how that works. It might be a conversation, but again, you have to look at your financial position. And it might not always work. She might not be able to relocate.
And there could be compromises, right? Like you could just do it as a trial to see if it works out.
Yeah.
You could try living apart to see if it works out. I mean, there's all different ways you can go about it, but you can't set a plan. You can't set a plan unless you have that discussion to see what's going to make sense for both of you.
No. I trust me. I understand and I get all that, and I agree with all that. But then again, like I said, well, I'm gonna say my mind works in probability and more so of a reality standpoint. What are the chances of a marriage or relationship, whatever, really working at a long distance, like being apart from each other like that? I hate that my fucking shit does that.
Everybody should do that.
What happened there?
Well, I did this. You know what I'm saying? I did this on my hand, see, and it comes with thumbs up.
I don't think mine does that.
Yours does it.
I was like, do you have?
Oh, you on your
Mac?
computer? It might
You on
not
the
do it.
Apple?
Your phone does it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. My phone doesn't do that. Or I'm not on my phone.
Yeah, like to me, I like the chances of a long distance relationship working out isn't high. You know what I mean? Or being separated for so long, even with the goal. You know what I'm saying? Being separated for so long, I guess because I like being with my woman. You know what I'm saying? It may be just a little difficult for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like I said, that's just for me.
Yeah.
It might be different though if you were with somebody for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
You might feel differently.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that that's something that happens early on in your relationship.
Well, yeah, that's why I said earlier, like, I get it in the marriage
Yeah.
standpoint. Like, I would definitely fight at that point. Like, after being together with somebody
20
so long,
years,
I was like, in the
you can do it.
beginning, in the beginning, that whole being separate
Yeah.
or some long distance shit, like that
No.
definitely wouldn't work out for me.
Exactly.
Like I said,
Exactly.
after being together for 20 some odd years, and
Yeah.
I'm
should be
pretty
able to do
sure my mind would change about that and like, you
Yeah.
know what, we're gonna do what we gotta do to make this shit
But
work.
think about it. As we get older, right? I know a lot of people whose parents, especially those from the Caribbean island, right? A lot of people, their spouse will be still in the Caribbean, will have moved back to the Caribbean after they retire, but the wife might still be here or the husband might still be here because he or she is still working. But the wife or the husband moved to the Caribbean. I know a lot of people who live like that, and they might come to the States for like 6
Yeah.
months, 7 months, or whatever, but they've been married forever and got grown ass kids.
I guess I'm looking at it now. I'm really just thinking about it. I guess more so my mind is working on the fact that, man, we human. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to trust the fact that being separated for 6 months to a year, or whatever the case may be, that you ain't went and got no outside dick.
Oh, but wait, just because
And
you live in
I
different
don't
states,
care how
why are
long
you
we've
saying
been
6 months?
together. You go get some outside dick, we're done.
No, wait, can I ask something though?
Go
If
for it.
I was moving to Florida, right? Because this is one of the conversations I have when I'm dating. I let people know all the time. My mom lives in Florida. My mother is 77 years old. At some point, I'm going to end up in Florida if my brother don't take her, right? And so
Mhm.
I make sure I have that conversation with whoever I'm dating, right? And but even in those conversations, if I did move to Florida and my significant other was still here in New Jersey, I would come up once a month. It wouldn't be, or he would come down once
Right.
a month. So it wouldn't be 6 months to a year without us seeing each other.
Yeah, you make it sound like, once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, you're
No, but
traveling
even
back
still,
and forth.
you seeing this person once or twice a month,
Yeah,
maybe. You know what I'm saying? Once or twice.
that's a lot.
That's not enough
20
for me.
years of marriage, that should be
That's
enough for
not
somebody to be married.
enough for me. Like I said, that's just me.
I just
That's
don't think
just
you
me.
can really make that determination
Right now.
without the longevity in a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, my current mind state, that
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah,
work for
yeah,
me.
exactly. That's
My
what I'm
current
saying.
mind state, that wouldn't work for me. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. And is that because
100%.
you know that you can't go without the pussy for a long period of time, so you
Yup.
project that onto your significant
Yep. Yep.
Ding,
Because
ding,
I
But
could
ding, ding,
go
ding.
but
without
the difference is, I will say,
go
but the
without
difference
dick
is,
for
hold on.
I
I'm
could go
gonna
without
say
dick for months.
this is the argument I've made before. You know, and again, it's not every woman. So just mind it when I say these things, I'm not talking about everybody.
All right,
I'm
ladies,
talking
hold
about a
yourself back. Don't
majority.
get
Right.
all mad at
Right. That it's like, man, when a dude go cheat, it's just because he want a nut. He like the way her ass jiggle. He like the way her lips look or whatever. Typically, when the average woman cheats, she cheats with a guy she likes. She cheats with a guy that she can replace her man with. You know what I'm saying? She likes him. There are women out there who can fuck a guy with no emotions. I'm not saying they don't exist. That's why I
Me,
said typically.
I'm
That's
raising
why I
my
said
hand.
typically.
I will fuck you with the zero emotion. I
And
know
even still,
motherfuckers fall in love with
with
me, and I'll be like,
my mind
"This
frame,
is dick."
even in my mind frame, even if you are that type, even if you
I will fuck
fucked
you when I'm
another dude, we're done. You know what I'm saying? Period. I don't
That's
care if you
just
didn't emotionally like him.
oh
You
my
fuck
god.
somebody else,
Why are
we're
men
done.
like that though? Men fuck
We are
women
territorial.
and we forgive. Soon as a woman take her pussy on the catwalk, y'all mad.
Yes, we are territorial. And see, this is the thing that y'all women understand. We value different things. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hillbilly, dog. I love this man, right? This man is fucking hilarious. But no, it's just like, but men are very territorial. You know what I'm saying? Men are very territorial. Like we don't want another man, like, because for a man, it's dominating. Like if we can fuck another dude's woman, we just dominated your woman. You know what I'm saying? We dominated your relationship. Nigga, like this, like that gives us excitement, a thrill. You know what I'm saying? Like I got one over you. That's your man, but I got one over him. Like no, like that's a thrill for us. You know what I'm saying? To know that we conquered you. You know what I'm saying? So like, no man wants another man touching his woman. You know what I'm saying? At all. That's part of that protecting shit.
Conquer
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's a conquering thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but like I said, it's more of a look. I ain't doing it. All right, you fuck somebody else, we're done. Ain't no forgiving, we're done. Man,
Funny goes, and I'm only laughing because you're saying it, and you know why I'm laughing because you're saying it, right? I'm just gonna leave it like that. The fuck.
oh
Okay, that's
yeah,
why
there
you
you go.
laugh.
There you go. Chicago just pointed out one that made sense. All right, it's a guy on Instagram. You should probably look at it. It's called Ugly Money Meets Mooch or some shit like that. I'll send them to you. But it was like, all right, dude took a glass of water, yeah, half full. He was like, if 100 women touch this cup, I can wipe this cup off, you know what I'm saying, and clean it, and it'll be clean again. But if 100 men dip their fingers in your shit, that water is now tainted. Ain't
Yeah,
no
but you
cleaning
didn't
that
say
shit.
if the women. You said if the women touch the cup. You didn't
No,
say
no,
if
no, no,
they
no.
dip their finger in it.
First of
Oh,
all,
no, no,
because you
no.
can't
He's
dip your
saying,
nothing in no man. You can only
Oh,
touch.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But a man can dip his shit in you.
Oh.
You know, but it
I
may make more
mean,
sense the way that he
not the
explained
fact
it. It
that
may make
the
more sense the way
lining
that
of the
he explained it.
vagina bleeds every month and gets rid of all that stuff. So
Mine
it does
bleed no
not
more though.
stay tainted.
Mine don't bleed no more.
It ain't
I just
happening.
find that's I think a very
You entertain another man.
no.
You suck that man dick.
I don't bleed no
You
more, but I
fuck that
do
nigga.
use vitamin E suppositories up my vagina.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of glad my mind went somewhere else. I didn't hear the first half of that. All I heard was vagina. You talking about your?
All
You
I
said
heard
my
was
vagina.
suppositories up my vagina.
Yeah. Glad that didn't register. Glad that didn't
Vitamin
register.
E suppositories, lady. Put them up your vagina.
Dang,
Fucking
hillbilly.
hillbilly, dog.
Hillbilly, what
I
is that?
mean,
Oh God, hillbilly.
is that a thing?
A BJ is one thing, but
Yes, it is.
blow off your Johnson is a.
Wow, that would be kind of hot.
Say, like that type of shit. Look, from what I've heard, you know what I'm saying, that type of shit, you know what I'm saying, I have your dick go numb and you fuck that bitch all night. You know what I'm saying? Like there will be some things happening that night.
No, thank you, because I don't want to be fucked all night. No,
Yeah.
thank you. I don't know how people
But
I want to
nah.
sleep.
all night. Damn lie.
Nah.
You don't want to fuck all night. Look at the clock. Y'all are finished fucking in a half an hour. Fuck out of here.
Straight up. Like,
Don't
but
last all
if
night.
it take an hour for me to catch a nut, you got some trash ass pussy.
Yeah,
I just want you to know that. Your pussy is garbage. Your pussy is garbage.
Wait, what you laughing at?
He said, if it takes me an hour, you got a trash ass pussy.
That's fucked up.
Man, no, it don't take that long to catch no nut. It don't take that long to catch no nut. Look, I ain't even got a coochie, and I make myself nut quicker than an hour.
Yeah. I hope so, because your arms will be
no.
fucked up.
Mm.
Okay. Deb said, and I think women should have the approach like Ghost. Sorry, not sorry. These men will walk away, period, and think women should as well. Equal treatment is what I promote. I agree.
Okay.
So, Aquanda, you going to California to fuck this young boy. I know who he is because I see him on TikTok. But you got a man in the house. Y'all be making me nervous. Y'all be making me nervous.
Who, that white guy?
No, this young guy Andy, her boyfriend is white, yes, but they still live together. But she said she going to California in 66 days.
Oh, I didn't think they were together.
Who, her and Andy?
Oh,
yeah, I thought they broke up, just living together.
Oh. Anybody that say we broke up but we still living together, y'all together, fuck out of here.
Is he still bitching about you?
I don't.
Fuck
me. Miss me with that shit. We live together, but we not together. Miss me all the way around the corner with that shit. Y'all still in the same house, see me, and we ain't together by nigga.
Oh,
she's in a roommate.
No, a roommate is a person that pays.
Sleeps in another room.
Well, they do sleep in separate rooms.
And y'all ain't fucking.
They pay 50% of the bills.
And y'all
Period.
ain't fucking. Don't forget to add that. Y'all ain't fucking
I don't know
either.
if they fucking, because she said
Well,
that
no. We said roommate. Like an actual
yeah, but
roommate.
she didn't
You ain't supposed to be fucking your roommate.
she didn't say she was fucking Andy. She just said she was in serious heat, which tells me that they're not fucking. But that still doesn't make him a roommate. See, it's very difficult when people break up with their significant others, but they still be living in the house. To me, that roommate shit, no, that's more than still roommates. I don't care what people say. That's like this guy that tried to date me. He's a correction officer. He was like, he's in the middle of a divorce, but he live in the house with his wife. I was like, nigga, miss me. That don't even sound right.
Nah, I don't say yeah. If we
You take me
separate,
to my
then we
house
need.
where your wife live and fuck me and eat my pussy there? Can you do that?
Yeah, like if we separating, then we need to live separate too.
Get the fuck on out of here. I'm not gonna witness you bringing other women and me bringing. What kind of shit is that? That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I'm about to say because I wouldn't give a damn. We separated, but we live together. Ain't no nigga coming up in here.
And I got a bang boom boomer. If y'all are truly roommates, right? Is your trip secret? Because see, at this point, if I got a roommate, I should be able to walk around my house, talk to my man on the phone, do whatever it is I want to do. If you are still sneaking and hiding and lying, that's not a roommate. That's not a fucking roommate. Because if he don't know you going to see another man, he don't know you out there and you sneaking and you professing, that is not a roommate. And they've always slept in separate rooms, even when they said they were together. So I don't know, Aquanda. Be careful. That's all I have to say. Cheryl Lee said the exchange of body fluids is the same whether dipped or touched. Whatever. Men are always going to think that about women anyway. Oh, he knows I'm going to California and Houston.
Well, I mean, if that's a roommate, don't really matter.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't be roommates with somebody else's relationship.
Hillbilly, you dislocated her hip. What?
Wait! I missed that. Hillbilly, get off my live. Hillbilly, get off my live.
Oh, that boy had her swinging from the ceiling fan, playing helicopter.
That must have been the night she sniffed the line of blow off his, you know what?
Good Lord.
Lord have mercy, poor wife. Anyway, Mark, is your toothache better? Because nigga, yesterday you posted on I don't want no marathon. I don't like to fuck all night. The wrong person. You gonna get the fuck up off of me. I'm not like that. I'm not fucking for an hour. No, we taking a break. Fuck out of here. Okay?
Wait, you said you not what?
I'm not a marathon woman. Fuck that. He
Oh,
said,
man.
I want a damn marathon. No, I like sex and I like the fucks, but I need breaks. I can't be going. I'm not an all-nighter. Like, I need a break. The fuck?
See, my mind be hearing what the fuck you want to hear. It heard some shit that wasn't nowhere near that, and some shit that
What
was
did you
way the fuck
hear?
off top. Well, see, I'm over here making noise doing shit, so I ain't hearing nothing. I thought I heard I'm not light skinned. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck they
Well,
got to do
I'm
with
not
anything?
light-skinned.
But that's why I asked, because I'm over here making noise, so I really didn't hear everything. You know, so the sound kind of went out of my laptop. Oh yeah, I bought a new laptop, so I got the new up to date MacBook Pro, the 14-inch.
Okay.
But my other one crashed. Like that bitch it had froze at first, then it reset itself, and it would not let me get past the login screen.
I got a MacBook that I just bought my MacBook 6 months ago. The one that I had no longer took the OS upgrades, no longer worked. I took it in and I said, can I trade it in? They were like, it's worth nothing. I said, I have this MacBook that is completely nothing wrong with it, but because Apple, the new software doesn't support it on this laptop, is trash. That's how Apple does.
Well, see, so I went. I had initially bought that first MacBook Pro from Best Buy, and I ended up taking it back. Well, where did I go? Saturday, I went up there, and they gave me $560 for it for a trade-in.
Your MacBook was newer than my old one. I had the second generation MacBook Air.
Oh, you had an Air. Okay, I had a
I had
Pro.
an Air. Now I have
Yeah,
a Pro, but I had an
yeah.
Air before.
I have a Gen 1 MacBook Air and it still works.
It accepts the OS.
It
The
Mine,
works like a
Sonoma.
champ.
I was
mine.
like, see,
Don't
man,
you know?
I took mine to the Apple store to the Genius Bar one night. They tried to reload the Sonoma shit on there. That didn't work.
Oh,
They emptied out they erased the entire fucking computer and shit like that or whatever. That didn't fucking work. Like I could not get past the login screen. Like I
I
type my
know.
password in, the progress bar come up, but it wouldn't go
Yep,
nowhere. And then that bitch would just restart.
yep.
So I was like, fuck.
How mine was, and also, Zen, the MacBook Airs, they don't have the ability to upgrade the memory, so I just didn't have enough memory to support the
Yeah.
new upgrades. It was crazy.
Yeah, see, then my Apple Care had it I didn't know didn't renew last year. You know, it didn't renew last year because I thought I had it set up on automated, renew, but it wasn't. So I didn't have Apple Care to get that motherfucker fixed, and it was like $600 to go into the computer and fix what they told me I wanted to fix. So I was like, man, I'd rather just buy another fucking computer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just went and did that, and I bought 3 years worth of Apple Care on this motherfucker,
Oh
so
yeah,
I
I
ain't got to
got
worry
4
about it.
years on mine. Yeah, with Best Buy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit was like $278. Like fuck.
yeah.
I'd rather buy from the Apple store. You get more.
Yeah.
Well, I can still.
Well, I got Apple Care on
everything's still
it,
set
even
up
though
through
I
Apple
bought
though.
it.
Yeah, but if you buy from the Apple store, it comes with Apple Care already.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also just get a lot more benefit from going with them. Like you can actually do 0% financing.
Oh, Best Buy did the same thing.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Best Buy do the same thing because that's what I did with this one.
But sometimes with Apple Store, you can do like a free upgrade after a certain period of time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna move to closure because it's 10:30 and I do have a job to do. But Mark was posting on social media yesterday about his toothache. Mark, do you know that we're not supposed to share our prescription pills? Right? That's like a federal,
Yes,
right?
y'all know that, but we
You know
do it anyway.
Right, but but I know people do it. But this is where people they go on social media, a public platform, and go, anybody got antibiotics? I was like, nigga, go to the doctor. Like you on Facebook asking for somebody's
The
prescription.
pharmacy.
That's against the law.
Right? Oh
The
no,
pharmacy got
I think
antibiotics.
it was like 2 years, like 2-3 years ago, man. I'm not. It had been longer than that. It's probably about 3-4 years ago or some shit. But I got pulled over for not having a front license plate on my car. Right?
Mhm.
He said he smelled weed in the car. You know, he didn't smell shit. But he searched the car, didn't find none. But this motherfucker found a single 800 milligram ibuprofen. That
Oh
was not
yeah.
in the medicine bottle. Do you know this nigga arrested me for possession
Yep.
of a dangerous drug?
Yep. You gotta have a prescription.
Like, nigga. But the judge threw that bullshit out. It's a
Mhm.
fucking ibuprofen. Like, bitch, you had like I had Adderall
But
or
it's
some
an
shit.
800. That's a prescription strength.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not a
simple as a
protected.
pain pill.
It's not a protected class of medication.
It's what?
It's not a protected class of medications like a
I know,
Schedule
but it's a
4.
reason that they could pull them in until they identify the pill.
But see, even
You
the
know,
judge
they
said
won't
that
know.
was bullshit. The judge was like, "Are you fucking? It's an ibuprofen," and threw
Yeah.
that shit right the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
the
throw it
cops
out,
are
but
trying to
they'll take you in until they identify, and then they'll.
Yeah,
throw it
it's
out.
like they say, you may beat the ride, but you may beat the case, but you ain't gonna beat the ride.
Yeah, exactly. It's just they just being assholes.
Yeah.
That's why when I travel with my pills, like if I'm in my car, I take my whole prescription bottle. If I'm in my car, because if I get pulled over, they need to see this is my fucking prescription because they do make a big deal out of that.
He'll be to say he has the original iPad with a metal back, and do they still make iPads?
Yeah,
Yes.
They do.
they're very nice now.
No. Okay, not iPads. It's iPods. They don't make
No, iPods they don't make.
No.
I seen somebody say that shit.
Wait, Mark, I don't give a fuck. Yesterday was a holiday. Urgent care is open. The emergency room is open. You could go to any of those places on a holiday. Fuck out of here. Okay,
And my
you
pharmacy was open yesterday
people for
too.
their antibiotics. You don't even know. Somebody could give you an antibiotic you're allergic to or that doesn't work for the specific toothache. You don't know. Antibiotics are so wide and varying and attack different things. I could have gave you an antibiotic for a kidney infection. That might not have helped your toothache. The fuck? Go to the emergency room or urgent care. What is y'all doing?
And if it was viral, an antibiotic's not going to do anything anyway.
It's a toothache.
I mean, go
Man,
ahead.
look,
Show your
black
doctor's
people don't
degree.
like going to the doctor. It's
Black
what black
men.
men
Black
Black
men.
men
Black
don't like
men.
going to the
Listen.
doctor.
Because black women go.
No, I understand that. If you're a person of color, I think the medical profession, medical field fails y'all.
Yes, that's true.
Because either they think you're making shit up,
Mhm.
or they just don't know that sometimes you will have an adverse reaction than other people do.
Your mean ass sister. I'm just being real. The fuck?
I know what kind of damn pill I need.
Antibiotics. Like, you didn't say, can I get an amoxicillin? But it's against the law, Mark. Go to the fucking emergency room. The fuck?
Say, so it's running a stop sign, but we still do it. Right?
I understand.
I pump my brakes.
And I'm not saying go and
We
get
yield.
I'm not saying
We
don't
yield.
get pills from somebody else, but I'm saying you're on social media asking for somebody's prescription. Gotta be smarter than that. Hillbillies don't either unless they getting a check. You don't go to the doctor either. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Say, man, we are men, bro. We gonna tough it out.
Anyway, y'all.
Right.
It was so good to see you two, Zen and Ghost. It's been a really long time since we had a panel discussion on here. So it felt really, really good. It's so good to see you.
I had to pop on. Robin was trying to make it like, you know.
I see it now. They upgraded
for a minute. She started talking about all sorts of stuff. I was like, let me
I just got tired
here.
of typing. I really just got tired of typing.
Right? I get it. I get it. I get it. But y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. It is back to work. I've been off since I had Friday off, and then we were off Monday, so I'm scared to look at my email. Oh my God. Like, you ever get to go, you ever log into work and your stomach hurt? Like, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, oh my God, I know I got a lot of shit that's waiting for me and I just don't know.
That's how I feel when I know I got to go to work.
Okay. Yeah, go into the office. How often do you go in?
It's just working in general.
Oh, me too. I feel like that. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I got to go to work.
See, Michelle, that's what I'm saying. We need each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We need each other.
I agree. Sure. I agree.
All right, y'all.
Well, peace out, y'all.
Wonderful day.
It's been a bomb. Look, if you took X medication prescribed by your doctor, you may be entitled to compensation. So true. So fucking cool. All right, take care, y'all. Nice chatting.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Later. All right. So that was the show today. We had a great conversation today. We started out with the positive. Well, we started out talking about Friendsgiving and all the people that's going in Friendsgiving. And Mark, you on here. Send me my $150, Mark. Like, why the fuck you playing? Okay, send me my money. Okay? I had to pay for that house. Okay, so I'm $150 out of pocket because you didn't pay your money. Okay, so now you owe me $150, period. Okay, we talked about trust, and it always begins with you having self-trust. Don't let people talk you out of doing things that you want to do for yourself. Don't let people say, why are you doing that? Or, oh no, that's not the right thing to do. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. Even if you go into something and it's not as successful as you thought it would be, trust the process. Keep pushing forward, all right? Everybody's dreams and outcomes is not the same, all right? Don't let anybody talk you out of your shit. Trust the process, all right? Then we got into a topic based on a viral TikTok discussion going around talking about, is it worth living with a man? And a majority of the married women that responded to that post said it is absolutely not worth it. We got it down into the rabbit hole of what are the benefits of being married for men versus women, etc., living in separate places. What are the benefits, etc.? Listen, we always learn something new when we come here, all right? And so with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out. I didn't play my goddamn it song again today, y'all. Y'all got to keep me honest. I can't keep up, but I'm going to play the song Leaving Out because you know what I say, even when you feel You can still what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer.
No, man, I still
Hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am Royalty Debo. Come back. Oh, not tomorrow. I'm going into the office. Come back Thursday, y'all. Move with peace and love. I'm out, y'all. Hey, hustle hard.
hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, through the highway, and in the driveway is a nice range. 'Cause I'm down through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, now I'm coming. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients, baby, see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy.
Hey.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran city, no.
And I fucking don't. I'm out, y'all.